Darling, here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Sun, 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 here we come. 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 Sun, 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 here we come.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming. We got a good thing going here. Ooh, we have a special guest. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Yeah, no problem. Stay as long as you can. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Is your video working? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ah, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare.
OGE.
Oh yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Gauranga.
Purchase your tracks today.
Gauranga. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, oh my Lord Krishna, oh my
Purchase
Lord
your tracks
Krishna.
today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh Krishna, Hare Hare, oh Ranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna.
Purchase your tracks
Hare
today.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama.
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Gauranga. Are we ready for this? Am I ready for this? Yes. Yes. Here it is. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Why don't you come on, Amy? Give us your darshan today. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Ooh. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's okay. Whatever you do is right. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Nityananda, Gauranga. Shri Krishna, Chaitanya. Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Gauranga. All right, turn your mic on. All right, let's chant some japa together. Hare Krishna. Oh, my Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna.
Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Rama, Rama, Rama,
Hare Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Rama Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Krishna. There you call me grandpa on TikTok. What do they think? What are you,
Hare
grandpa?
Krishna.
I'm only 14 years old. Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama Rama Hari Hari
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
Hari Rama Hari Rama
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 Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Krishna Hare
Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama
Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hari
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Oh my
Krishna
Lord
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
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 Rama
Krishna Hare
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 Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Hari Rama Hari Rama Oh my Lord
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Krishna,
Hari Rama Hari Rama Rama Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Hari Rama Hari Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Hari Hari Rama
Rama
Hari Rama
Rama, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari
Hare, Rama
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Hari
Krishna,
Rama 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 Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Rama Hare Rama.
Hari Ram Hari
Rama
Ram
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama Hare
Hari
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hari
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama 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 Hari Hari
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna Radha
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare
Radha
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Radha Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Radha
Rama
Radha
Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Rama Rama
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare
Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna 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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hari
Hare Rama.
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna
Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Hari Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama
Rama,
Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama, Hare
Hari
Rama.
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna.
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Hare
Rama.
Krishna Krishna
Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Hari Hare Rama Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Hari Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Hari Hari
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Krishna Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Hari Hare Rama Hare
Hare.
Rama Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Hari Hari Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari
Hare.
Hari Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 oh my Lord Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare. Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Oh my Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Ah,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama.
Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
I feel pulled in all directions again, as usual. So just got to choose a direction. Okay. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakti Vrinda.
I love this path so much. This is so fantastic, man. Chanting the holy name, tasting the nectar of God, tasting Krishna. Oh man, thank you, Lord. Thank you, devotees, for encouraging me and inspiring me on this path. This is, I was thinking, this is so such a what do you call it? Like a niche, spiritual niche, or actually all-encompassing niche, a brand. You know, it's a brand. This tasting the nectar and the holy name. This is now I understand what Prabodhana Saraswati Thakur was saying. He said, "Where is this path of Lord Chaitanya? Where did it go?" He was tasting. Oh yeah, thank you. He was tasting, teaching by tasting the nectar in the holy name. This was so unique because nobody did that. They're all like teaching something else, knowledge or speculations, and people are attracted to various paths, philosophies. But this tasting the nectar in these names of Krishna, which is actually non-different than Krishna, but you can't know this unless you get the special mercy to know these. Like Krishnadas Kaviraj said, you can chant the Hare Krishna mantra, which we've been chanting here for millions of lifetimes, and not taste the ecstasy that you see Lalita Ganga tasting. Is it surprising why you can look at, say like the Vaishnava, Janine went over to ISKCON and she didn't see this unique thing. You see them chanting, but not like this. See? So, and then you go to the Rhythmics, they might be chanting also the names, but not like this. Not tasting the nectar in the names. Matter of fact, they look at this and they can't understand it. Even though this is the basis of the Hare Krishna movement. This is the basis of all of Prabhupada's books he wrote, is tasting this nectar. He said, I wrote this book so you can ultimately taste the nectar of chanting the holy name. And when you do that, then you can taste the nectar of these books, like many devotees here are doing. That's our uniqueness here. That is our brand. And you cannot, unless you are a real associate of Lord Caitanya, you cannot teach like this. You cannot taste like this. You cannot have these realizations and revelations. You might have some flowery word, like I've been dialoguing with this Yamuna Devi Dasi thing. See, they take the name of Vaishnavas, but they're not Vaishnavas yet. Flowery words. Fernando was even impressed, I think, a little bit. Yeah, I wasn't. No. I said, oh, I kind of drew out. I wanted to draw out, like, because she was See, it's always, there's contradictions in everything. Unless you can taste the nectar of this name, you get really clear realizations of the absolute truth. You become a connoisseur, you know? And so I'm questioning her, you know, about her guru and everything, and she's justifying all her things, you know? And then I find out he had to start his own sampradaya, that Vishnu, you know? You know why? He can't justify his realizations on the basis of the revealed scriptures of the previous acharyas. He can't justify them. So he had to start his own sampradaya. Bhaktivinoda Thakur saw the same thing happening, and he actually commented in Sri Krishna Samhita. He said, you get, you know, to a point where you have to come in the line, the real line. Otherwise, you got to create your own sampradaya. And then you put your speculations as the basis. And that's what he's done. He's God now. That's the thing, you know. And that's the Brahman level, oneness with God. See, but they take the name as Vaishnavas, you know, Yamuna Devi Dasi, like, you know, all these things to do with the. So anyway, their worshipable deity actually is Brahman, to be equal with God. See, and what can you see? They can have flowery words and be nice and all that stuff, but they can't taste the nectar like this. They cannot teach by tasting. They cannot taste the nectar in the scriptures, you know, written by Rupa Goswami. They can't even justify their philosophy by that. See, this is our uniqueness here. And you know, there's a nice lady, you know, beautiful, you know, nice flowery words. Not penetrating, because you got to penetrate the Brahman, because there's speculation there. You know, that's why they always, if you only go that far, you're not complete in your development. And she says, you know, like all the right words, you know, like, oh yeah, in my guru, I got everything and all of that stuff, but it all gets revealed. You know, as oh yeah, in my guru, I just accept blindly what my guru says. I said, oh, I don't teach my disciples to accept blindly anything I say or anybody else. Oh, no, I didn't really mean that. Well, what did you know? Well, you know, I inquire, but I know I just accept blindly, and my guru will give me the right knowledge at some point. I'll understand, but I'm really desiring to know. All kinds of contradictions, which show me the hypocrisy in even that level. See, it's like, so it's easy. Can you imagine if you didn't have this? That would you see that and you think, oh wow, you know, flowery words, you know, and all this, and your guru is God. You see the difference how we teach this? Like, in a sense, I say the guru is God also, incarnation of God. But you see, in the form of a devotee, they don't have that realization. See? Their guru is God, not in the form of a devotee as God. I've seen this numerous times in Vrindavan. This is a stumbling block. Okay? Yeah. So these are the fine points. See? You only get this being in this real sampradaya. And the same thing, until you can taste this nectar and then also study the scriptures, you're not complete in your self-realization. That's the problem with ISKCON. That's the problem with Gaudiya Samiti and Gaudiya Math. See, they have the scriptures, but they can't taste this nectar like this. I haven't seen even one. Not even one. Therefore, they can't understand the scriptures without speculating. See? Bhagavad Gita 10:10. Funny how simple it can be, huh? So we got our niche. We got our brand here. You can say you're following whatever you're following, man. But I'm in this straight and narrow gate of tasting the nectar in the holy name, which gives me everything. Gives me proper understanding of scriptures. You see it like your realizations are right in that line. This is more of the real line than I can. It blows my mind how real this is. When I look at the scriptures, I can say, yeah, we're preaching like that. You know, if you got the real mercy of Lord Caitanya, then you can describe the real nature of Krishna. See, listen to this, in the vision of the revealed scriptures. See, that guru can't. He had to start his own sampradaya. It's not in the vision. So you have to base, your own speculations as the basis of the sampradaya. See, and you can only go as far as Brahman realization in that, because that's only partial understanding. Yeah. So I consider myself very lucky to have found this path, to be on this path, and to even be teaching this path by tasting, because there's no other way to teach what we're teaching here except by tasting the nectar in the holy name, yeah, and having our realizations backed up by the scriptures, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Never forget that, because you can forget that very easily going any other way. There's so many ways. You think Jesus talked about a narrow gate? My God, this is even more narrow. You can't get in this gate even if you just stop with Jesus. You have to go on like I did. I had to be open to shiksha. This is the real Krishna consciousness movement. We're perfecting it here. See? Otherwise, you're not perfecting it. Just study the Vedas and teaching dry classes. What is this? You're not in the real line yet. You don't know what the real line is. Unless the ecstasy of love of Krishna is awoken in your heart, and you're Bhagavad Gita 10:10 in person, personified. And then you can get the real deep understanding and the real transcendental knowledge. See? And none of these people, I told you in that status, not even one person, I was impressed with that. They always never showed that they could taste the nectar in the holy name. Oh, but boy, did they like to preach, like that Vishwanath Paramahamsa, so-called Paramahamsa. Oh, they sure like to preach, but they can't taste this nectar. See, therefore is speculation. Even in Vaishnavism, you're all speculating. That's why they don't like this. This is the sum and substance of the Hare Krishna movement, is to taste the nectar in the Hare Krishna mantra. And then when you speak, it's in the line of the revealed scriptures. And whoever listens to you, boy, do they get a revelation and an understanding and a protection, and they get everything that this sampradaya wants to give. Yeah, go ahead, Lalita. What?
Yeah, he attracts all kinds of people who are looking for material love. It's all about love. So many are attracted to him. And they are not attracted to this because they look with material eyes. They want to see a flowery guru and the lions and the clothes and the flowers and
with the
all these
rays coming
external
down.
things. Come on, man. It's all material.
Yeah.
And they don't
Well,
like the transcendental words. It's too hard. They deny Prabhupada. Some of them are in ISKCON and with Vishwananda, and they shift, and they have two gurus. One in ISKCON and one there. Oh, you can't believe it.
Yeah. See, you need to be in the real sampradaya to really get this. Otherwise, you're because they can't get satisfied in ISKCON, and they can't get satisfied with him, so they're back and forth. So it's just the way it is. I mean, what we're doing is very rare. I'm appreciating myself how, like, wow, man, like, my good Krishna, what do you put us into, man? Like, this is like you when you were here. We're teaching the same path. It's like Prabodhana Saraswati Thakur has arisen, preaching the same message. And it's awesome. I mean, it's like, I can't. I, I'm speechless. Oh, I cannot believe it. I mean, I believe it because I'm in it. I'm tasting this. I'm realizing these things. But it's like unbelievable that this mercy is here and it's so available. Amy says, this guy said to me in a comment that in the Bhagavad Gita, it says how Jesus is fiction and followers of him and cult is considered asura, a mental concoction. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all these people that don't taste the transcendental ras of love of God. There are all kinds of speculations, but the bottom line is they can't taste the nectar of the holy name Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in ecstasy and the tears and the proof that the anointing of the Bhakti Devi is upon you. Then you have all kinds of ideas like speculate. It's just, what is it? Doesn't mean anything. This is a bunch of dry speculations. That's all everything in ISKCON and these gurus. That's why I poo-poo. It's like, what are you guys? You can't add any, not even a drop to me, just or really anybody, because you're not really bona fide. I mean, I can't help it. This is bona fide. I mean, it's not my fault. The Lord has given us the real mercy here, is it, Lalita? It's not our fault he's given us real ecstatic devotion, like on par with Lord Caitanya Nityananda's followers. Not blame Krishna for giving us the whole ball of wax, man. It's his fault. I mean, I didn't, maybe I asked for it. I guess, yeah, I like it now. I have to have it now. It's my food and her food and a lot of people's, Amy's food, River Yamuna's food, where is she? Where's that little gal? She here still, I hope. You got watching it from the bushes. It's okay.
Well, you've got to poo-poo those sinking ships because everybody will drown again if you don't do that.
Yeah, well, while it's here, we got to, that's what, Lord Caitanya chastised Murari Gupta for just, like that Yamuna Devi Dasi says, we honor all Sampur, she wanted me to be kind of like, well, we honor what you do. Well, I have to, give you the honor appropriate. It's Mayavadi. It's oneness with, it's not, you're going to, I'm actually wrote something. I didn't post it yet, a little bit later because I want to do it. But I'll just tell you basically what I'm going to tell her. I say, well, you just, you're going to have another guru if you want to perfect your realization, because it's not like you say. He is not the ultimate guru like you think. He's what you think is, just like people think, Acharya Dev, you're the ultimate guru, right? The same, it's always the same. They can't, the ultimate guru, people don't like this. Vaishnavas don't like what I think and what I say, and because it's so true. It's just, it's not it, man. Lord Caitanya and his teachings is the supreme. He's the supreme spiritual master of the universe, and he's given me the privilege and you the privilege to assist and also to teach. Is to teach those teachings in this world and bring everybody, whoever will come and associate with his devotees, which we are a part of that family. The highest revelation that is given only once every 4,320,000,000 years. Every 28th Divya Yuga. That is our mission, man. And I'm not going to compromise. I'm not going to say, you're doing so great. You're not doing so great yet. Not to this standard. Okay, that's your realization and your path and all. Okay, fine, I do that. But I'm here to preach this ultimate, rare gift of Lord Caitanya on this path. I'm very committed to this. And that's just how it is. He's the spiritual master of the universe. I can't help it. You could say you honor it, but you don't honor it unless you're following it. It's just a bunch of words. We honor you, and no. He's the spiritual master of the universe. Whether you can get that That's up to destiny. You may not agree. There are many people in this Vaishnava Sampradaya that don't agree. See, agreement is you accept the authority on this planet that is actually promoting the real thing. See, otherwise, don't say that you're doing the same thing in the real thing. You got to prove it. You know. So you're not accepting Lord Caitanya as a spiritual master of the universe in ISKCON and Gaudiya Smriti and Gaudiya Math because you don't act like that. You don't teach like that. You don't relish like that. The only way you can do that, you got to prove that you're an intimate associate of the Lord. If that mercy is upon you, you can taste the nectar in the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and prove it to the world. Otherwise, you're just a bluffer. You're just bluffing. Okay, following your path. Okay, wonderful. Not so wonderful, really, but if you can't get this message, that means you're just showing you're less intelligent. If you want to become more intelligent, you follow those who got devotional intelligence. They're Bhagavad Gita 10:10 in person. They worship the Lord with prema bhakti, which is very, very rare to be seen in this world. That's why if you go to ISKCON, you don't see this here. You go to Gaudiya Samiti, you don't see this here. Gaudiya Math, you definitely don't see that. Just dry bones, man. Dead. No life. Lord Caitanya is the life and soul of his real associates, and they prove it. They show you cannot imitate this. You either got the real mercy, and you get the real mercy in the real line. You could see the devotees like Fanny and Amy, because they accept this as their life and soul. They get it. The Lord accepts them, marries them. Literally. I mean, you could see that it's in there. It's in how they carry themselves, how they express themselves, their faith, their understanding. See? That's how easy it could be, of course, I know it's tough. I'm just a stickler. Tough cookie. Ever have those chewy cookie? Ever have those cookies? They're very chewy, can't, they don't crunch, can't crunch. And just, just like we chew these verses, they don't seem to, dissolve. They're like taffy. You ever had taffy there, Lalita? You know what taffy is? Taffy.
No, but I know what you mean.
They have that. You chew it, he never dissolves. Even your gums.
Chewing gum.
Like chewing gum, your gums start hurting. You can't dissolve it. That's the name. I can't dissolve this. I can't dissolve these things. They're always, it's like the world. The world is called chewing the chewed. We're doing the same thing. We're chewing the chewed of these verses. People have been chewing these verses in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, for thousands of years. And we're chewing the chewed. But the flavor never comes out. It gets even more flavorful. That's the spiritual nature, man. That's what we got, man. We got something special here. Yeah, that's a revival, man. We're just reviving. It just becomes like in focus again. It just got out of focus. You ever know a camera, you're looking at a picture and it's out of focus. You don't really see it. We're here to refocus that Leela of Lord Caitanya so you can actually see it. Otherwise, people, they can't, it's out of focus and they're looking, they think, oh, it's like this and it's like this and it's like, but it's nothing like that. It's just out of focus. You got to have it refocused by the real devotees who have real bhakti, real devotion, real pure, They have the real mercy. And we refocus it here so people could see the real Leela. If you come in this door, you'll go into the real Leela. Otherwise, like even you can show, it shows you how close you can be, but still far away, like Balaram. He was so close to it, but far away. Didn't understand. See? That's the Vaidhi level. They're close to it. They got the scriptures right in front of them, everything, but they can't taste them.
They don't want to leave their opinion. That's a problem.
Yeah, they don't want
Right
to.
fighting. Not wanting to leave. They're always, yeah, but. Yeah, what to do?
And that's why they see Lord Caitanya is a spiritual master of the universe. So he taught by example. He went into South India and he met people. And some people, like, wow, this chanting. And how did he preach like we do? He went into a village and he chanted Hare Krishna, crying, laughing. See this, if you don't have the crying and laughing, which is natural to this is Radharani's mood. She cries and she laughs when she thinks about Krishna. You don't have the real mercy yet. And then if you do, and it's not a show of some sorts, then your understanding will be according to the revealed scriptures. And this is where everything falls short. They can't do Guru Sadhu Shastra like the Vishwanath Paramahamsa guy. Yeah, that's why I said we do Guru Sadhu Shastra. They can't do it. He had to create his own speculations. It's not in the line of the revealed scriptures because he cannot base his teaching on the foundation of that. See? So we do. Now, not even ISKCON can do that. They cannot base their teaching, ISKCON now, even though they have the books. They cannot base their teaching on Guru Sadhu Shastra. Number one, they don't have a bona fide guru. The Shastra shows that. Okay? Shastra just points it right out. They can't see it because they have gurus who are speculators. See? So they don't have guru. So they got Shastras, right? But they don't because the guru speculates like that Vishwanath Paramahamsa guy. So they create their own sampradaya even with Prabhupada's books. That's why they change them. They have to. They have to change them to fit their speculations. It's always that way. That's why always, ultimately, you need a living representation of the book to straighten everything out. And that's rare. Oh, is that rare? That's why Prabhupada says when the spiritual master, the real one, the Acharya, leaves the planet, nothing but havoc. See, because most of the disciples, if not all of them, don't understand to the depth like the guru understands. But that's not happening here. You guys are getting deep inside this. And you just, you go so deep that you can't, you look at it, you could see it becomes a no-brainer, everything else. You get the eagle's view over everything here. Why? Because this is how fantastic Lord Caitanya is, how fantastic his teachings are, how fantastic those servants of Lord Caitanya, the intimate servants' writings were and are. Oh, do we have an edge on everything? See, the Guru Sadhu Shastra, man. So what is the real guru? See, they don't know. The real guru is like Lord Caitanya, not Lord Caitanya, like him, like in the family of Lord Caitanya. They are with the real tree because that ecstasy of Lord Caitanya is in them. Right? What's the difference between the tree and the branch? What's the difference between the sun and the branch and the sun and the ray? They're simultaneously one and different. They have their nature. The ray is a devotee. See, serving that great sun. That's why they call him the Son of God. See, God, also the big sun. And the small sun is the sun in this world. They deliver you the nature of that sun, the quality of that sun. See? Not just a partial representation of like these persons do. See, that's why, Lord Caitanya, Guru Sadhu Shastra. So he rolled into South India there, man, laughing and crying, relishing the name, right? Like we do. relishing. We roll into the town, 2023, here in this dystopian future type place happening here. We roll in and he's laughing and crying and all this. And whoever is attracted and is willing to abandon their opinion. It says right there, see the Shastra says people abandon their opinion and enter it into his cult. Not material cult, bhakti cult. There's nothing wrong with bhakti cult. You want to cultivate bhakti. It's the best. It's the best process. It's the best nectar. It's the best level of realization. See, it gets you out of being in the other cults, in the material cults, even up into that cult there with that guru. See, so this is the real path, and that's why people make it. Like, for example, Amy, she comes, right? She abandons her opinion. She didn't have anything. Her opinion basically was the world's screwed, man. You know, the world is like, I've had it. It was easy for her. See, she got the good news and went right up. Fanny also, right, gets the good news. Lalita Ganga gets the good news. And so many others here. See, and what happens? You enter into this bhakti cult and you get the bhakti, right? Pretty easy. What's the hard part? All those who keep their opinions, they can't enter this. That Yamuna Devi Dasi, she can't relish mellows. Because her guru can't relish mellows of bhakti. They're the mellows, they think it's not false ego in there? Yeah, it's false ego. You're not God. Sorry. That's not the ultimate realization. That's false ego, false identification. Sorry, you can be one with the Lord, but you'll always be a ray. That is our nature, man. So if you're not teaching that, oh, sorry. Yeah. If you're not teaching that, well, then I'm here to, set the standard. Guru Sadhu Shastra. Your realizations don't agree with the real Shastras of these devotees that are thousands of times greater than him. I mean, if you can't admit that Rupa Goswami's realizations are better than yours, what kind of guru are you? That's why I poo-poo all those gurus. Are you kidding? Rupa Goswami, tasting the mellows of bhakti, the most intimate associate, Lord Caitanya, Rupa, Sanatan, Krishnadas Kaviraj, these are great souls. And if your realizations are not on par and agree with those, poo-poo. Sorry, not even. You can you can doll up your worship with all kinds of flowery words, and that's all it is flowery words with no substance. That's attractive to only people like the flower. Like it's not much better than people go to see the deities and the flowers. See, they in ISKCON they can't even give you flowery words. They're most Lilita was talking about that today. They can't even give you flower. At least the Yamuna Devi gives you flowery words. I think I'd rather take that because they got the real philosophy, there at least. They believe in the holy name, they don't believe, that they're God and all that stuff, But anyway, there's all these things going on here. And we sort it out, right? Sorting it out. And if you're attracted to this, that's your good fortune, man. If you're good fortune, you'll get purified, and then you'll become a Vaishnava, part of the family, And that's why it's sometimes tough here, I'm sorry, man. You gotta, we gotta change and transform. We can't hold into our demoniac characteristics, And the Lord he just does it. It's nice. Just sit in the dent. We just sit in the dentist chair when it's appropriate, and he goes to work. Don't blame me for anything. doing on here? I'm just a dental assistant. You ever see a dental? You blame the dentist. That's that. What's that guy's name? Steve Martin. The original Steve Martin. He puts on the laughing gas and goes to work. We get no anesthetic. He just laughs his way, and does his work, and we go, don't worry, the tooth will come out. Alita says, what TV show is that? I never saw any show like that.
But it's funny anyway.
Yeah. See, for me, I can relish the mellows of the TV shows because I know where they come from originally. The original laughing. Yeah. Okay. So, Lalita, let's continue on. Page 495.
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, thank you. Okay, Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, Jaya, Jaya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And there is an echo. Sorry, Guru Maharaj.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Let's try something. Lower your mic. Can you know how to lower your microphone input? Or no, lower your speakers. Lower your speakers a little bit. You know how to do that?
No.
Your speakers? You don't have to lower your speakers either. Okay.
So that I have less sound. Yeah, that I can do. Yeah, wait.
Yeah, just a little bit less sound. Tell me if the echo disappears.
Okay.
Because sometimes it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's okay.
All right. Now, is the echo disappeared?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Yeah, okay. So that's what you do. So
Okay.
let's try. Let's try. If the echo comes back, then I'll mute my mic.
Okay, then. But I need to hear you, huh? That's the most important.
Yes, I start talking.
Oh, thank you so much, Guru Maharaj, for everything and for this reading, for what's waiting for me now, for this beautiful, promiseful dish.
Yeah, people, unless you come in the real line, you can't partake of this nectar like this. These words, she said, knowledge is, that lady it's a good teaching. I don't not criticize. What is it? Criticize? We're just for teaching's sake, for understanding. She says, knowledge is just, it's not that necessary. It's just to, so you can move. But in other words, they can't taste the nectar in this knowledge. See, they can't taste this. This is Krishna. He is the knowledge. This is devotionally ascertained. These are his qualities. They're full of nectar and meaning. So to poo-poo that means you can't taste the mellows. So everything for them is basically more or less in name only. Also, it's material. I'm Yamuna Devi Dasi, but not really a servant of Yamuna. If you're a servant of Yamuna, that means you're a servant of Vrindavan. And that means the Vrindavan, but they don't know the Vrindavan. They just know the Vrindavan as Brahman, which is just a partial understanding of God, the absolute truth. If you're good with that, okay, you stay the whole life or whatever, and that's just what you get. I wouldn't be satisfied. I'm just not satisfied with that level. A lot of people are. They'll go their whole lives They'll go their whole lives being Vaidhi Bhaktas, they'll go their whole lives in the rules, regulations, and their dryness and their aggressiveness, and then they'll die. And, so everybody, we're immortal beings, we're going to go on or not go on, or, it just depends. A lot of times it depends on destiny, actually. If you're destined for this, that's why we just put out the preaching, right? Just put it out, relish mellows, chant in ecstasy and everything. And people know if they're meant for this. No, like you on TikTok, if this is attractive to you, If it is, if you feel some relief watching this and hearing these things, which, if you really listen attentively, you should, because everybody's talking and agitating everybody. Unless you're relishing transcendental mellows, you're not really getting purified. Not much. This is the highly purifying. To taste the nectar in these verses and these truths and these names is the most purifying process you can do in this universe, actually. Even the demigods desire to be with devotees who can taste the nectar. And look, many of us are doing that. This is the greatest teaching, not only in this world, in the universe, is what we're doing. You can go to all the planets in the universe and everything, and what we're teaching here is the greatest, because it's Lord Chaitanya's philosophy, man. What a great honor and privilege. Yeah. Go ahead there.
Yeah. The Supreme Lord, Sri Vishwambara, is attained only through the grace of saintly Vaishnavas.
In the line. See, they got to be in the line. They got to be related to Lord Caitanya. I mean, if you come in contact with a devotee of Jesus and he has the real spirit of bhakti, okay, you get that spirit and to that level and to that revelation and realization. But that's what you get. See, but if you this verse is like only by saintly devotees that are devotees of Lord Caitanya. See, because that's why you could see Christians not interested in what we're doing unless they're a special type. Open.
That's why you need knowledge to go to Vrindavan, because if you're like the Christians, you don't go to Vrindavan because you don't have the knowledge. You can't grow.
See, the knowledge is Krishna. See, Krishna is the absolute truth. It's similar to what I heard this teaching, this lady yesterday. She was teaching that we create our reality. See, we create our reality. And in a sense, it's not that we are doing it per se. The modes of nature are actually doing it, and we're bewildered thinking we're the doers. That's the way it is. Now, Krishna's reality is already created. See, all we're doing is going into the creation, which is not really a creation. It's always there. It's just manifesting by meditating on it. This is God. This conception is Vrindavan. This conception is Lord Caitanya. These are his qualities. See? And they're all transcendental. So if you want to go in that, you saintly devotees that have this conception of the Lord, not Ram conception, not even just Radha Krishna conception, because if you do and don't have Lord Chaitanya's help, you're not quite in focus yet. It's not going to be as deep as it could be. You'll be a lot of it just being in name only. I know. Prabodhana knew. That's why I lived in Vrindavan. I got to see devotees of Radha and Krishna, but had no connection with Lord Caitanya. Not quite in focus. Not deep ecstasy like this. I went to people singing beautifully, about Radha and Krishna, all this stuff, and more beautiful qualities than ISKCON devotees. And as a matter of fact, I thought, wow, this is nice to be around. Yeah, but not the depth of the ecstasy like this. And they acknowledge Lord Caitanya too, but just as a, a nice saint, and they just didn't pay much mind. But their guru was God. See, it's always like that. So this is very rare, this understanding. Comes in the line, rare line. Yeah. Yeah. So Lord Chaitanya has attained, see, his association to become an eternal associate like you guys are. Many of you are already. See, through the grace of a real associate of the Lord. That's the proof. If you wonder, is this person a real guru? Is Gohari bona fide? Well, yeah, does he make actual associates of Lord Chaitanya? That's the touchstone effect. You don't know an unknown stone to be a touchstone until you see it work, right? It works. If you become an actual associate of Lord Chaitanya, then your guru is bona fide. Otherwise, not really, not yet. That was my thing with my beef with the Narayan Maharaj group. Show me some touchstone effect that you make actual eternal associates of Lord Chaitanya with proof, and not even one proof. Not one. Gaudiya Math, same thing. ISKCON also. No proof, nothing, even to this day, no proof. Not with any gurus or any followers.
I feel more with you than with other saints, so you're my guru.
And it's like, that's pretty narrow, isn't it? See? But that's the way it is. He's a very rare incarnation, and his associates are very rarely seen in this world, especially now, 550 years later. And then we're preaching what was then, because Prabhupada didn't preach it. I believe he was I know he was an associate of Lord. The whole line, Bhakti Vinod and Bhakti Siddhanta, they're associates of Lord Chaitanya. They're inwardly dedicated to them, and really, and we know they have the ecstasy. You can tell by their realizations. And that's why I'm not accepting just these people coming around saying, yeah, well, we just keep it inside. But then they write the books and don't show that they have that kind of quality of being realized. Remember, Bhagavad Gita 10.10, always, that's the pivot. That's the center. That's like the axis of rotation. See, oh yeah, you got the real ecstasy of Lord Chaitanya. Oh, you got the real realization of Radha and Krishna. Well, let's see it. Let's see that you're Bhagavad Gita 10.10 in person. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, that's that kind of prema Lord Chaitanya brought. Very powerful, very deep. They have the real understanding. They have the real knowledge. That's what I see in Prabhupada's books. Until they're changing them. And that's what I see in Bhakti Siddhanta's writings and also Bhakti Vinod's. But others, I haven't really seen it. I don't care who they are coming. No. I see a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of speculations, and a lot of not understanding the depth of this ecstasy. That's what I see. And they could be powerful gurus. They can be attractive gurus, some charisma and all that stuff. But, this line is very specific and very deep. And proof is this, what we're doing, just show everybody. Yeah, you can balk, you can complain, you can tell us that we're in illusions, and you can project all you want, man. But we know what's real here. And we're preaching. We got the power to preach. I even got the order to preach it. I get the blessing of Krishna to preach it. That's why you've lost. Just give up, surrender, wave the white flag, and take the mercy, man. Yeah. Better now than later. What? Yeah, go ahead, Lalita. Sorry, get off a little bit.
No, 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 no. Lovely. It's lovely. Saintly Vaishnavas. They are so needed.
Yeah, I mean, if you just see, the problem is most people are neophytes, so they think saintly Vaishnava. That's everybody. Everybody. Anybody that has a sannyas dhoti, anybody that's guru, saintly, yeah. No, we go specific. Oh yeah, saintly Vaishnava. If you're in this line and contacting this line, saintly Vaishnava, which is a very deep, intimate associate of Lord Caitanya and Radha and Krishna, a resident of Vrindavan type, saintly Vaishnava. Otherwise, the more neophyte thing is, oh yeah, everybody, this ISKCON gurus, yeah, this Paramahamsa, saintly, yeah, it's all one, right? That's what they think is all one. No, it ain't all one. Different destinations, different levels. Yeah.
They need to show the symptoms of being a saint. It's simple.
Yeah.
Then we know
Well,
who we should.
in this line, not just, you could say, well, look at St. Paul. Okay, but he's not really in this line. Not in this line. He's in the Jesus line with Christ. We have lines. This is an intelligent philosophy. But I can learn from he was a devotee of Christ, man. He's a devotee. There's lessons to be learned there. You can learn that. But he's not in this line unless he meets a person that is a devotee of Lord Caitanya. You can't. This is why the Christians don't get it. There are many Christians that have the ecstasy of St. Paul, but still they can't. They have to come into this line. They have to be open to this. I don't know if St. Paul is open to it. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. I don't know. But Lord Caitanya is, see, I know what Jesus showed me what he came to give. He said what he said, may you be like we are. I know that. He showed me that. I know what Jesus realized. He showed me what he realized. His word is him. He is his word. He showed me what his word meant. See? And this, even though bhakti is one, it has varieties. See? And what Lord Caitanya brought, man, that's why you see, even Christians, you got to be open to this. Even though you may know Christ, still, I teach from Jesus too. I know what he's thinking, because I'll tell you what he did. In my Father's house are many mansions. Which one are you in? You're in the one mansion that Jesus gave you. Well, what about Lord Caitanya? What about that mansion? He's, do you know the Lord in that way? There's a mansion there. There's, it's called Vrindavan. It's called various related, not just matter of fact, the Father doesn't exist there. They're not interested in the Father relationship. If they're a intimate servant, I'm telling you, man, I'm not just from it's in the book, but also from realization. That aspect that, is not like that. The Father, they're
Distant.
intimate, yeah, distant, more distant. They're intimate servants, intimate friends, intimate parental mood to take care of Krishna and beloved. These exist in this mansion of Vrindavan. And that's why Jesus said that. I believe he knew these things, but he had his mission. Yeah, thank you, Janine, for coming. That's awesome, man. Yeah, so this is, it's called spiritual variety. That's why even Krishna talks about this, he says, Krishna of Dwarka is different than Krishna of Vrindavan. Is he really? Yes and no. It's the same God, But you could say it's a different mansion. See, Dham and devotee or God bring you into a different place in consciousness or of the Lord. See, so Dwarkadish, he said, that's Dwarkadish. He taught Rupa Goswami this. Rupa Goswami was combining the play, Lalita Madhava and Vridagda Madhava together. And then he had a vision where the woman says, oh no, separate the plays. And then Lord Caitanya confirmed it. He says, yeah, you got to separate the plays because he says Dwarkadish is different than Vrindavan Krishna. You need to show the difference. See, the spiritual variety. That's why the devotees actually, nobody's ever spoke about these things. I mean, I can't believe that, that's what happens when you get deeply chanting the name. You get so connected, you say things that haven't been said before, but they're very true on the basis of the scriptures. Yeah, and you could see they're right in a line. Yeah. So anyway, the Krishna, he reveals in the intimate chambers of Dwarka with his wives. When he's sleeping, he starts dreaming. See, but this is all a show, man. This is all to teach his wives the intimate things, and that he doesn't just directly do. He does a little bit in these creative ways. So he's dreaming and he's having this affairs with the gopis, and they're awake. They wake up. And he's just dreaming and sharing their intimate dealings, and their eyes go, oh my God, what's going on there in Vrindavan? He never shows us these. He doesn't relate to us like this. See, so he does it in a dream, kind of a dreamy state like this. See, and they get very attractive. And after a while, they want to know more about Vrindavan. See? And many of their rasas might change too into that more intimate mood. See, it all goes, where are you entering into? What mansion? Are you open to going there? Yeah. The wives might have said, some of the wives might say, oh yeah, I don't like this. Ooh, I don't want to hear this. I'll go get up and go have a cup of coffee or something. Yeah. Yeah, so and that basically that we're doing the same thing. People come and they think, "Ooh, I don't like this. That's too intimate." Or they speculate, "You're not supposed to do this," and all that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why do you think Jesus said, "I know mine, and mine know me"?
Mm-hmm. Intimate, yeah.
That's how it is.
The intimacy, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what the devotees did preach. Jesus preached, and those who are meant to be attracted, oh yeah, and then you can tell. I even hear it's happening. I can tell who belongs here, and who. You can tell even some people they're not quite here, and they're just not quite with it. Mm. They're not because they're not sure, but they're here because there's juice.
Nowhere else to go.
Yeah, yeah. But it's okay, because everybody benefits here. You can get whatever you really want, If you want to even be a more awe and reverence servant, you can come here, you can get that. You just stay a little distant, awe and reverence, and get what you want. Some people want to come up really close and get really, well, you can get that also. Yeah, go ahead, though.
When we chant the Lord's name and perform austerities, but if such activities lack devotion, they are useless.
Yeah, you see, that's the preaching we do here. They're useless, and they don't get that. The Lord taught that. We're teaching the postgraduate. Otherwise, you think, oh, no, this isn't useless. Vaidhi Bhakti isn't useless. This is what Prabhupada taught. I like Vaidhi. I like to follow the rule. Yeah. Okay, yeah. For me, it's useless. I mean, if I had to just do rules and regulations, I blow my brains out. I mean, I would have nothing to live for. I mean, it would be like what to just to worship external rules. That's like what a shallow life. That's the what I that. But that's me. A lot of people, what I would think is very shallow, they think, "Whoa, this is fantastic, Varnashram Dharma." All this. No, well, that's fine. You're like that. If you don't get this, you don't get that. Lord Caitanya says, I reject that. That's external bhakti. Yeah. Well, that's for beginners. See, beginners like Ramananda Roy started that conversation. He said, when Lord Caitanya said, okay, well, what is the ultimate goal of life and what is the means to attain it? See, so Ramananda started just like these people believe. Varnashram Dharma is the ultimate goal of life. If one's situated in their Varna and ashram, then they are serving Krishna, pleasing Krishna. This is their ultimate path. See, he's preaching like they believe. This is the ultimate teaching. And what did Lord Caitanya say? With Gohar, he says, that's external bhakti. Tell me some other means to attain. Oh, well, we got a lot to talk about then, huh? We never stop. We haven't stopped talking for 5 years here with you guys. 6 years. I bet it's 6 years now. Is it 5 or 6?
In September it will be 6.
See, so almost 5 3/4 years, man. You guys are lifers, it looks like.
Addicted. It's our addiction.
We're all addicted, man. Addicted. I just can't. This is so, dude. Where do you find a path that gets more and more fantastic all the time? Every day. Every day the name is I feel getting closer and closer to Lord Caitanya. I thought I was close before. I get closer and closer and closer. It's like every day is perfect and then more perfect and then more perfect. I'm hooked, man. There ain't anything better than that. No path better. You TikTokers, there's no path better than this. Stick around. This content is very rare. You don't just see this content everywhere. Yeah. Go ahead, Lalita, read on. Let's see what we can get through here.
She's muted.
Thank you, Tom. Sorry. In the eyes of the public, such a person may appear to be attracting the Lord's mercy by apparently performing some devotional activities.
Yeah, you see, it's just external. See, externally they might see they're putting a show on. You see flowers. It's kind of like an inauguration. I was watching the crowning of the king yesterday. They were crowning the king, and they go in procession. And they hold the king's cloth. That kind of thing. So they're doing that with Krishna. Same thing, holding the cloth and make him a big king and queen. See, so they think, oh, this is devotional service. These are real devotees. They're attracting the mercy of the Lord. Let us go follow them. Let's follow the procession. See, but it's an appearance of attracting the mercy. What is a real attraction is what we teach. Oh, attracting the mercy of the Lord is that means you come into the real line with devotees who have attracted the real mercy of the Lord. Well, what does that look like? Well, I'm glad you asked a question that you can't ask, so I ask it for you. So yeah, what is attracting the mercy of the Lord is to chant the holy name in great ecstasy. And if you can chant in ecstasy, that means you've attracted the mercy of the Lord. Otherwise, not yet, not to this extent. You've attracted the mercy of the Lord by having faith in rules and regulations. Okay, well, that's a little bit out there. It's not very attractive to me, not at all, actually. I'm attracted to this. This to me, this is the perfection of attraction. The mercy of the Lord is the transcendental potency to chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion, with prema bhakti. That's where real knowledge is. That's where real happiness is to the furthest extent. That is where the great pearl of great prices are. That's what Lord Caitanya loved to do and what he came to teach the world. That's what we are doing here. And nowhere else have I seen these symptoms and these qualities. So why not go where the mercy is really thick? Where the attraction is very deep and ecstatic. Where the realizations are pristine showers of nectar. Why not become a connoisseur of the absolute truth? Why not? Why not? It's here. Why not just come here and drink? Man, the well, we got just that endless well of sparkling water, champagne. Go ahead.
It has a certain taste, this Vaidhi, because they do the rituals, and when they put their mind on Krishna, he reciprocates anyway. They have a certain, and they think that's it. That's it. It's for them, like for the Christians, enough satisfying, I think.
Yeah. That's the
No
reason
greed.
that's the reason for this preaching is it goes out, and those who are attracted to that, they're not interested. But in these different groups and places, people are usually there that are really looking for this, are there by default. So because Krishna is presented, right? They got Prabhupada's books, they got the name of Krishna, they got deities, and people, even though they're come into this life to get a deeper relationship, connection, but that's all that was available, right? That's why I stayed 5 years in ISKCON, because that was it, all available. This was not available. That's why people leave in ISKCON, and sometimes they go to Narayan Raj, because something is available. It appears, and because they speak about the more intimate things, but that's not perfected yet, because perfected means you chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion, visible. Otherwise, it's all partial. Even if you're chanting the holy name with great ecstatic devotion, but you're not sharing it with others, well, then you're not really in the full mood of Lord Caitanya and doing what he did. Because he came to give this out to the world. See, that was his mood. Otherwise, he could just stay as Krishna and Radha and Vrindavan and not give this out. You see, the full mood is here. We're tasting the mellows like he did and his devotees did, and preaching at the same time from these revelations and realizations given to us. Okay. Go ahead, Lalita.
In the eyes of the public, such a person may appear to be attracting the Lord's mercy by apparently performing some devotional activities, but factually, he is deprived of any actual spiritual ecstasy.
There you go. Because if you have the ecstasy, then the Lord will help you. He'll bring you to the ecstatic devotees. And the scriptures will help you, matter of fact, because that's what I didn't find any living, impressive, real Vaishnavas of this stature. So the scriptures helped me because I had the ecstasy. I wasn't deprived of it. That's why they're sent. They have to be sent usually, because most of the gurus that are actually real associates of Lord Caitanya are rare. You may not find even one. But if you have the scriptures and you have the ecstasy you brought in from another life, then you can get through, right? You can relish. See, Because what are you doing? You're relishing now these words, and this is giving you more ecstasy and more purification, more depth. It just goes on and on and on and on. And say you take another birth in the next life, then you get the book, and boom, it's what you got, what you experience here. You bound this on earth, you bound this in your life, whatever life you're in. That's how it worked for me. I just picked up the Bible, I picked up these books, and boom. Yeah. And then it was just a matter of relish, taste these verses, man. See, water, the bhakti creeper, man. And then boom, then all of a sudden people start coming, start teaching, to keep this sampradaya going, man, the real one. Otherwise, you just got the shadow of it.
Yeah. So these are not my words, says Vrindavan Das Thakur. I simply repeat what the Vedas declare, and Sri Krishna Chaitanya himself has given this verdict.
Yeah, and if you don't agree with that and these verdicts, then who are you? That's why I say people don't like my preaching usually, because they're contaminated with Vaidhi. Vaidhi is a contamination for this pure preaching. Yeah. And that's why they don't understand here. They think that is better than this. Okay, well, to each his own, man. I like this. See, I stand behind these realizations. I stand behind that's useless if you can't taste Ras. The Lord came here, for God's sake, to give us the taste for transcendental Ras. And only to be with transcendental situated devotees can you get this. So, yeah. Lalita, I think I need to stop because I get too
Tired.
like I have to speak about all when I hear these verses, and it's putting a strain on my voice. Can you imagine?
You come back later.
I'll come back later. Yeah. All right, let's play a song. Song praising Bhakti.
He would go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his praise. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari Hari Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All you have to do is stay to the sweet chanting Hari sang. Hari Bo, Hari Bo.
So give us a word, Lalita. I forgot to ask everybody for a word. Give us a word.
It's a lovely day, Guru Maharaj, like every day with you. Just a lovely day. So joyful to get up with Krishna and to feel his power entering inside of your veins, in your bones, in your skin. I have no control over my life anymore. He's a controller. It's happening. It's all about him. Thank you so much. Oh my God, these are the most beautiful years of my life.
We like to see happy customers.
Yeah. This is priceless. I can never pay you back for what you gave me. Never. It's not possible. Oh yeah. Every day, like you say, Krishna is every day new and fresh. Every day I get new food on my dish. It's always so surprising, so delicious, so sweet, so tasteful. Oh my goodness. I was watching this morning, like every morning I look at Radhadesh live to see their program. And then I see them with goodness. These temples are getting so empty, like the Christian churches, because
Yeah.
there is no joy. There is no. Nobody is jumping upside down from happiness. There is no power inside. You give me so much power here. Yeah, it's fantastic part. It's really Lord Caitanya is sublime, sublime. Really unbelievable, unbelievable. Transcendental Lord, the finishing touch, Lord, who brought the gold that I'm tasting, that I'm wearing every day.
Yeah. Lower your speakers, Tom. No, it didn't work. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe I need to lower mine.
No. That's okay.
No.
Yeah, I'll let's just continue. I take care of it.
Yeah. Yeah, living on that other platform. You don't arrive there without Guru. You're the real shepherd. You bring us, you just bring us to that other land, that beautiful land of the living God, where everything is different, where everything is transcendental, and you get little understanding about the transcendental gradually. This is so. And it's good that it's going like this, because otherwise we cannot digest it all in once. We need to, it's all perfectly done because it's done by Krishna. Yeah, you're making your customers so happy. We are forever grateful. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Fantastic. I don't hear you. I don't hear you. We don't hear you.
Yeah, I like this path. I can sell this bhakti anywhere I want because he told his devotees can sell him anywhere. Just distribute his body. You know, his body is this so that you can do what he does. You can chant like him. You can relish what he did. That's all we're doing is tasting the nectar that he came to teach us how to taste. and have his happiness, the happiness of God. There's nothing. Krishna has the greatest. He's the greatest happiness, the greatest realization, revelation. We get all that. It's like Jesus said, it is my Father's pleasure to give you the kingdom. This is really the kingdom. I mean, this is a different, whole nother level of it. This kingdom is like, yeah. What else there, Lily? Are you muted?
Oh, sorry. I said it all, Guru Maharaj. Thank you.
Okay.
I want to read what Pani says.
Okay, yeah,
Sublime.
yeah. Read.
I'm loving Lord Caitanya more and more. So merciful. Thanks, Guru Maharaj, for bringing this mercy. You're the chosen one. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Is there any more to read?
Amy says, you make, oh no, I already read what she said. John says, these are the days that I will look back on in the future and wish them back. Well, nice, huh? And now I need to, if you want to hear, oh, Tom. Okay, let's Tom.
Yeah, give Tom a word.
Thank you, Haribol. Listening to you, I feel, and I remember that it is said in the Shastras that there is this seed and it grows into a transcendental creeper. So, and that's, I feel, is the process. You make us realize that seed is coming and growing into transcendental. And I really feel today that Lalita, she's much more focused than me. I'm more like a playful child, and she's much more advanced and focused and determined and surrendered to that process. Our creeper is far more mature. So it's a great example. It's wonderful to be here in this environment with these two teachers. Oh, I'm very happy. Thank you.
Yeah, big brother, big sister. Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is a great opportunity for us and for anybody who comes. It's like it becomes what a wonderful spiritual family. God, it's amazing. Yeah. Okay, so why don't we adjourn for a while? I think I'm ready to lay down for a bit. It's been intense. Oh man, this is great. Okay, so thank you for coming, everybody. And we'll see you. I have the greatest big brother and big sister. Mamie's becoming a big sister to me, man. Lalita, also a big sister. Big sisters. Yeah, big brothers. Johan. Yeah, the more ecstatic you become, the bigger you are. I see, boy, man, I'm becoming a dwarf. You guys are shooting up. Like your kids. You ever see your children? They become bigger than you. They look.
So the little,
You're really tall.
especially the boys, yeah.
The boys, yeah. The boys.
I saw Amy with her son. Oh, he's huge, man.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see you in a little bit. Hare Krishna, everybody.